this is just a little bit of help for my students who have finished their project and they can't quite remember what to do with their tails. So just a quick reminder here, your tails, you don't want to cut off right next to your work. If you do that, your work will unravel and all your hard work and hours will be wasted and you will be very, very sad. So you guys all know I recommend a 7-inch tail, and this is why, okay? So what you're going to do with this end is we're going to thread a yarn needle, and you can see yarn needles are nice and big. All of you that have taken my class got one of these in your kit. Some are metal, some are plastic, but they do the same thing, okay? All right, we're going to take our end, and it's awfully big in there. You guys know that. So we're just going to kind of twist it, make this nice and skinny, and we are going to feed this into our yarn needle here, okay? All right. So once we have that fed in there, I kind of double up just a little bit, make sure it's going to stay nice and secure, okay? Then we take our work here and our needle. And with the needle, I weave my tail into my stitches. And I have a way that I like to do this. Of course, I like to stay toward the end of my work, but I also make a shape. And I find this holds the stitches very secure. If it's too confusing, don't worry about it. Just go back and forth and back and forth and cut into the tail a couple times, and that'll work just fine. But if you want a really secure, tight, snug weave, try this one, okay? So the shape that I make reminds me of a breast cancer ribbon. I take the yarn, I go up through a few stitches, I go over and back down, and then I go up just a little bit. And in my mind, it gives me that image of a breast cancer ribbon. And when I think of it that way, I don't know, I guess I've never had a stitch come undone. So we're going to go into a stitch here. And in this case, it's okay to cut that yarn. So instead of going through every ply of that loop, I might only go through a couple. Okay, so we're going to go like this. We'll go up one more here. There we go. All right, and we're going to pull this through. And you want to make sure you don't pull too tight because you want to keep your corner nice and tidy. Okay. So this loop, you can see I went up this way. So now I'm going to go around this way. Okay, so to do that, I don't want to turn my work because I want you to see what I'm doing here, but I'm just going to go over a couple stitches. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now you can see, if you look really closely, you can see how I've wove that in. I have this little loopy here, and I've gone over this way. So now I'm going to go back this way. Okay, so I'm going to cut in on itself on the tail. So this is the tail I'm weaving in. I'm actually going to cut into these plies a little bit. Okay, cut into those. I just find that it tacks it in a little bit better, okay? And I'm going to go down through these stitches, and right down here, I am back to where my tail is. Remember, I looped it up this way. I'm going to cut through that and go through a couple stitches here, cutting through each thing of yarn. There we go. And I'm going to pull this through. Gently again, I don't want to cinch that fabric. Okay. All right, so now you can see how I've woven this in. Now looking at it far away, nobody's going to notice. But looking at it up close, you can see that I have taken the yarn from this corner, looped it up, around a little bit, back down, and then all I'm going to do is one little motion right up this direction just to change direction one more time. There you go. And that's it. So here, you're going to look at where that's coming out of your fabric. Take your scissors. Cut close to the fabric, but do not accidentally cut your fabric, okay? Just the tail. And then if you have little fuzzies hanging out there, you just tuck it into your fabric. There you go. Now on the other side of the fabric, because there's a right and wrong side, this is garter stitch, so it's not as obvious, but patterns will have a right and wrong side. This would be the back side where you wove these in. And if you look at the front side here, you can't even tell, it's right here, you can't even tell what we did, okay? So it's a nice secure weave in. I just remember that breast cancer ribbon shape, and every time I do that, I get a nice secure tail and my projects never unravel. So hopefully that helps you guys. Let me know if you need more help. Thanks.